Good evening, I'm Edison Messa, and you're watching ntTV's online report. The Supreme Court is blocking Congress from getting President Trump's financial records for now, but a second ruling didn't go Trump's way. The much-anticipated decisions were handed down this morning at Issues First, whether or not the president can prevent the Democratic-led House from obtaining his financial records. The court sent that back to a lower court, which likely means the records will be hidden from Congress until after the November election. But in a second decision, the court unanimously ruled the president can be subpoenaed by a New York prosecutor who also wants to view his financial returns. But those will also remain secret as part of a grand jury investigation. Lawyers for the president argue he should be immune from all criminal proceedings while in office. In a surprise 5-4 decision, today the Supreme Court sided with the Muscogee Greek nation, awarding nearly half of Oklahoma to the tribe. Justice Neil Gorsuch sided with the court's 4 liberal justices in the case and wrote the majority decision writing. Today, we are asked whether the land these treaties promise remains an Indian reservation for purpose of federal criminal law. Because Congress has not said otherwise, we hold the government to its word. The 5-4 decision means that only federal authorities can prosecute serious crimes that are alleged to have been committed by Native Americans on that land. Painters are working this morning on a Black Lives Matter mural on New York's Push Fifth Avenue, and it's right in front of Trump's tower. Mayor Bill de Blasio has picked the location himself. On Twitter, the mayor said Black people built Fifth Avenue in much of the nation, and the mural is to honor them. Earlier this month, President Trump called the mural a, quote, symbol of hate that he says will, quoting again, further antagonize New York's finest. Black Lives Matter murals are being painted on streets in cities across America in the wake of George Floyd's death at the hands of the Minneapolis police. They are a part of ongoing protests against police brutality and racial injustice. As murals go up around the nation proclaiming that Black Lives Matter, we are learning about more cases that are hauntingly familiar. Drew Griffin reporting.
Mohammed Mahayam died 3 years ago, pleading for breath. 43 years old, black and homeless.
He's dead.
Most likely you never heard his name.
What happened to Mohammed Mahayam is strikingly similar to what happened to George Floyd. The only difference is, in Mr. Floyd's case, we had a pedestrian with an iPhone.
It took place January 4th, 2017, to the people of Phoenix. It was a local news story, a homeless man on drugs resisting arrest. But CNN has now obtained the raw video from multiple police body cameras, witness statements that describe no threats to police officers, and testimony from a famed forensic neuropathologist hired by the family, who reviewed the autopsy materials and concluded Mahayam died from positional asphyxiation, meaning he died because he couldn't breathe. His sister, Musselina Mahayam, is suing the city of Phoenix.
I don't know how police officers allowed to be judge, jury, and executioner. This wasn't a death penalty situation, right? He wanted to use the bathroom.
The family for Mohammed Mahayam is suing the Phoenix Police Department and the 10 officers involved in the death of their loved one. Houston's mayor is stopping the state's in-person Republican convention. It was supposed to happen next week at the city's convention center. Mayor Sylvester Turner ordered the venue's operator to cancel its contract with the state's GOP, which it did. The Republican Party says it is looking into all legal options. Turner, who is a Democrat, insists the decision was not a political one.
No one wanted to step in and be the heavy and to say no, and then run the risk of being accused of being political. But if after all of that, if you still refuse to recognize the public health danger to everyone involved, then I am still the mayor.
Turner says he's trying to protect the health of people who would be required to work the event. Harris County, where Houston is located, leads Texas in confirmed coronavirus cases. Nationally, we have surpassed the 3 million mark in COVID-19 cases, with more than 132,000 deaths due to the virus. And Texas is seeing an explosion in cases, and the Metroplex is reflecting these dire numbers. Yesterday, Dallas County reported 1,029 new coronavirus cases, Tarrant County saw just under 600 at 595 new cases, and Denton had 123 cases. And Calhoun County reported 123 with 3 new deaths from the virus. And if you were hoping to go outside this weekend to relax, be careful because there is a heat advisory for the Metroplex over the weekend. Temperatures will feel like 105 to 110 degrees out there, so be sure to bring plenty of ice water. The Labor Department reports another 1.3 million people have filed for first-time unemployment claims last week. The weekly jobless claims have been lowered for more than 3 months since their peak in final week of March, but the claims remain stubbornly high, and they're not trending downward as quickly as economics would like. Meanwhile, continued claims, which count workers who have filed claims for at least 2 weeks in a row, stood at 18.1 million last week. Many states have paused their economic reopening schedules following a nationwide rise in coronavirus cases that will likely keep people at home and not working even longer. To help with the quarantine blues, a drive-in movie theater experience opened in one of Chicago's most iconic locations Wednesday night. Shannon Halligan has the details.
A pop-up drive-in with a view of Chicago and some relief from quarantine.
You know, with the kids being out of school, working from home, it's a lot. But you know, hey, we're working through it. So it's great to see events like this to take us away from responsibilities.
The Chicago Park District and Fueled Events hosted the first Shy Together music and movie night.
This location is iconic, being both sandwiched between McCormick Place and Soldier Field, but also having the beautiful skyline view has been great.
Event planner Tiana Van Gundy helped bring the drive-in nights to life as a socially safe entertainment option.
What's great about this is very also a nostalgic experience for many. We combined both what was happening to us in the midst of COVID and what was happening around the pandemic.
Those days are here again, shot together.
But for many here, this is the first drive-in movie experience ever.
It's something different for them. They've never been to a drive-in, so this is something totally different for them.
The music and movies will be held Wednesday through Sunday for the next 10 weeks. Each car is spaced out at a safe social distance, and with concessions, bathrooms, and some creative seating.
We're super excited. Where are you going? Where are you going?
It's almost like your typical summer concert or outdoor movie.
It's good to get out and see a movie, and the whole concept of this. I've never been to one of these before, and that's pretty cool.
Don't be jealous, North Texas. AT&T Stadium with a Tribeca has also started showing drive-in movies in July with films like John Wick, Black Panther, and Jerry Maguire. So stay cool this weekend by going out to the movies at Jerry World. You can follow us on Twitter at ntTV_news for the latest. Thank you for watching. I'm Edison Mesa. Join us again next week on ntTV's Online Report. Have a great weekend.